There we go. We got the recording started. Well, thank you all very much for joining us for our March 29th, 2022 consent agenda. Please let the record reflect that all three commissioners are present, our executive management team, that we do have a by leave item today, by leave item number 5, which, see if I can figure out how I can do all this on my small screen. By leave item number 5 is a resolution in the matter of approving the West Terrace Stormwater Project under the American Rescue Plan Act, ARP, Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds. So that is by leave item number 5 for today. And then we are striking number 4F is being stricken from today's agenda. So I just wanted to make sure that we discussed all that. Are there any other items that my commissioners would like to take separately before we start with our proclamations? Nope. Okay, seeing none. We are starting off today with, we have 3 proclamations. I guess I got an email saying that we're all going to read one separately, unless Commissioner French, if you'd like to read all of them, you're welcome to.
No, I've got a big pass on that.
Okay, then I will start with proclamation 1A. Let me pull this up here. Is in the matter of proclaiming the week of April 4th through 10th, 2022 National Public Health Week, where public health, the theme is public health is where we are. And I see that we've been joined by Dr. Amelia Clark. So Dr. Clark, thank you for joining us, and I will read the proclamation. Whereas the week of April 4th through 10th, 2022 is National Public Health Week, and the theme is public health is where we are, where you are. And whereas since 1995, the American Public Health Association, through its sponsorship of National Public Health Week, has educated the public, policymakers, and public health professionals about issues important to improving the public's health. And whereas US life expectancy dropped from 2014 to 2017, and the longest sustained decline since the Great Recession, and only in 2018 began to increase again. US life expectancy then dropped again in 2020 by a full year, which is the largest drop in life expectancy since 1943. Whereas there is a significant difference in health status, such as obesity, poor mental health, and drug use among people living in rural areas compared with people living in urban areas. And this variance increases because rural residents are often more likely to face social determinants that negatively impact health, such as poverty, transportation barriers, and lack of economic opportunity. And whereas a person's health status can differ drastically by zip code due to differences in the built environment, environmental quality, community context, access to healthy food, access to education, and access to healthcare. Whereas public health professionals help communities prevent, prepare for, withstand, recover from the impact of a full range of health threats, including disease outbreaks such as the COVID-19 pandemic, measles, natural disasters, and disasters caused by human activity. And whereas public health action together with scientific and technological advances has played a major role in reducing and in some cases eliminating the spread of infectious disease and in establishing today's disease surveillance and control systems. And whereas preventable risk factors such as physical inactivity, poor nutrition, tobacco use, and excessive alcohol use are leading causes of chronic disease. And 6 in 10 US adults have a chronic disease, and 4 in 10 have 2 or more. And chronic diseases cause 7 of every 10 deaths annually in the United States. Whereas the COVID-19 pandemic has illuminated and exacerbated racial inequities, and a growing number of local, state governments, and public health leaders have declared racism a public health crisis. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Board of County Commissioners of Spokane County, Washington, do hereby proclaim the week of April 4th through 10th, 2022, as National Public Health Week 2022, and call upon the people of Spokane County to observe this week by helping our families, friends, neighbors, coworkers, and leaders to better understand the value of public health and supporting great opportunities to adopt preventative lifestyle habits in light of this year's theme, public health is where you are. dated this 29th day of March, 2022, signed by the Board of County Commissioners.
So move.
I will second that motion.
So it has been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes unanimously. So Dr. Clark, I don't know if you would like to say something, but I do know I'd like to say, thank you for all the efforts that our public health officials have done. I mean, you guys over at the Regional Health District have really, through this pandemic, continue to show the strength to keep our community safe. And we just really appreciate all that you guys are doing. I don't know if my other commissioners would like to say something, then we'll give you a chance, Amelia.
I'll just say, yeah, I know you all work very hard over there. You got a fantastic team, and thank you for everything you do. And I think it's our pleasure to pass a proclamation like this. It's the least we can do to say thank you for everything that you do for us.
Yeah, I'll echo the comments, my fellow commissioners, and to both you, Amelia, and your staff, Dr. Velasquez, and everybody down there. You're doing a terrific job. We're better because you're there, and thank you, and keep it up.
Thank you all so much. Really appreciate the commissioners recognizing National Public Health Week. And as we tend to, we're moving out of pandemic phase and into endemic. And as we continue to educate the public more on all of the different ways that public health benefits the community, we're really looking forward to National Public Health Week as a way to kind of kicking that off and reminding folks a lot of the work that we do here at the Health District. And also just a really great reminder and thank you to staff. There's an amazing team here who are advocates throughout the community, and we're doing lots of great ways and things to thank them during that week. So just appreciate your support and putting that behind us. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So next on our list of proclamations is Proclamation 1B in the matter of proclaiming Eastern Washington University's 140th anniversary. Commissioner Kearns, I'm going to let you take it away.
Okay, I would like to read this proclamation in the form of a motion in the matter of recognizing Eastern Washington University's 140th anniversary. Whereas for 140 years, the institution of higher education, first known as Benjamin P. Cheney Academy, then the State Normal School at Cheney, then Eastern Washington College of Education in 1937, and then Eastern Washington State College, and since 1977 as Eastern Washington University, EWU, has enhanced access to higher education in the Inland Northwest and beyond by recruiting and supporting students, especially first generation and those from underserved populations. And whereas EWU fulfills its mission daily by expanding opportunities for personal transformation through excellence in learning by delivering high-quality academic programs, high-quality co-curriculum, including social, cultural, and athletic activities designed to develop the intellectual, personal, and practical aspects of students' lives while preparing them for our region's workforce and promoting student success by supporting student engagement and timely degree completion in a cost-effective manner. And whereas EWU students, faculty, staff, alumni, and their families strive to advance the institution's vision to be a driving force for the culture, economy, and vitality of Washington State, graduating more than 112,000 unique, diverse, and accomplished individuals who make meaningful contributions to both their career fields and their communities with grit, grace, gratitude, and greatness. Give joy to all. And now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Board of County Commissioners for Spokane County, Washington, do hereby proclaim April 4th, 2022 as Giving Joy Day in honor of Eastern Washington University's 140th anniversary and the institution's innumerable contributions to our region. Dated this 29th day of March, 2022. Signed, Board of County Commissioners.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. And I see we have David May on with us today. I'm going to let the commissioners though make any comments, and then we'll get over to you, David.
I want to say thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you to your whole team out there at EWU. You're fantastic community partners. I think there's no way you can look at Spokane County or our region and not think about EWU. You guys are a part of this community. You're a part of the culture here. And just thank you for everything you and your team do.
Yeah, I'll echo the comments of Commissioner Kearns. EWU is part of Spokane County, a major part of it. And we've got graduates all over this county that are making life here in Spokane County better because of the education they got at your institution and stuff. So thank you very much for what you've already produced. Thank you for what you've yet to produce. And thank you for being great partners for us here in the community.
Yes, and I'll just echo that as well from my fellow commissioners. It's just a pleasure to have Eastern Washington here in Spokane County and the great things that they're doing. I mean, it's amazing how many kids that I know from the west side that come over to Eastern. It's not just kids in Spokane County. It's kids from all across our state that are students there. And so you guys are just doing a great job. So thank you so much. And it's an honor to do this proclamation for you. And I'll give you a chance to speak.
Well, commissioners, thank you very much for the proclamation, for the honor, and for the kind words. I've been at Eastern for 23 years now, and I'm incredibly proud to be part of an institution that is such a great partner with so many people, so many organizations, and so many governmental entities across the region. The work we do is very important in advancing our region. And so I'm really privileged to be here, and I want to thank you very much for your proclamation.
Thank you. And I know everyone will be getting their signed copies, out there too. So thank you very much. So we have one more proclamation. Item number 1C in the matter of proclaiming April 2022 Child Abuse Prevention Month. And I think Angelique, right, Rusk is on with this too. So Commissioner French, I think this is going to be your proclamation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I read this proclamation in the form of a motion in the matter of proclaiming April 2022 Child Abuse Prevention Month. Whereas for all children and youth have the right to a life free from abuse, neglect, and exploitation, the reality is that children within our community remain victims of this violence. Partners with families and children serves to prevent, interrupt, and repair cycles of abuse and neglect within families and serve as a safety net for abused and neglected children across the inland Northwest to provide care, including forensic evaluation, treatment services, and prevention work to encircle families with security and support so that families can thrive and children can live healthy, productive lives. And whereas April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and whereas in an effort to bring awareness to this ongoing issue and our efforts, we, the care team and Partners with Families and Children, request the Spokane County Board of County Commissioners proclaim April Child Abuse Prevention Month and recognize the efforts of our team. And whereas members of Spokane County's Child Abuse Multidisciplinary Team are the first responders to reports of child abuse, neglect, and exploitation, and are committed to ensure all efforts are made to the safety, protection, and prevention of further abuse through trauma-informed investigations and collaborative support services for children, youth, and their families. And whereas our kids, our business is committed to community actions to end child abuse through awareness, education, resources, and collaboration of partnership agencies in Spokane County, understanding that the prevention of harm can only be attained through coordinated efforts to support youth and their caretakers. We all have a responsibility to keep children safe from harm and assist them in achieving their full potential by supporting their optimum health and well-being, setting the stage for a healthy future. And whereas every child is filled with incredible potential, all individuals in Spokane County can visit Project Pinwheel, located at Spokane Regional Health District.org, SRHD.org, to find activities that support building a community where positive childhood experiences are the norm. And whereas each member of the Spokane County Child Abuse Multidisciplinary Team and Our Kids, Our Business is committed to ensure all efforts are made in the advancement toward the protection and prevention of child abuse, neglect, and exploitation, dated this 29th day of March, 2022 by the Board of County Commissioners.
I will second the motion.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Commissioner French, I'll let you speak to it first.
Well, as any community in the country will attest to, your children are your greatest asset, and they also offer you the greatest promise for successful futures. But some of our children are subjected to abuse, and if it isn't the community that defends them, then who will? And so I appreciate all the work that these organizations provide, not only our youth in the community, but the community as a whole, so that we can provide a safe environment for our kids to be raised and to be healthy, prosperous, and successful individuals. Thank you for everything that you're doing.
Yeah, no, the sad truth is there's too many children in our community that are the victims of this violence. And so, I mean, anything we can do to help draw attention to that, and if it can help in any way, I mean, I'm glad that we can adopt this proclamation, and hopefully we can one day get to a point where children don't have to deal with this just horrific situations sometimes. So I'm just thank you for all the organizations out there. Angelique, thank you for being here and bringing forward the proclamation, and just thank you to every organization out there that helps protect children and end this type of violence.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll echo what my fellow commissioner said. And I'm a proud board member for Hutton Settlement. And so we see it out there, and just, through my membership on the Boys and Girls Club and stuff too. I mean, it's such an important thing for us to be able to help our youth. That is our future. And so thank you for all that you're doing. And Angelique, I'll give you a chance to speak as well.
Thank you. First off, thank you, commissioners, for approving this proclamation. And it's definitely an honor to be here to accept this. We know that child abuse rates in Washington are higher than we would want them. And Spokane is, the last few years we've trended where we're close to twice the state average for child abuse reports. We couldn't do the work that we do without partnerships and collaborations. So this proclamation was created for children and other vulnerable populations through a partnership and collaborative efforts from Partners with Families and Children, the Spokane Regional Health District, Our Kids, Our Business, and then the Spokane County Multidisciplinary Team. So again, just a huge thank you for your continued support over the years and understanding the importance of raising awareness about child abuse and neglect.
Great. Thank you very much. And we really appreciate you being here today to speak to it as well. So, and again, we will get the signed copies off to you. Thank you, and good luck in this month of raising awareness for child abuse and prevention. Thank you. Okay, so with that, then that takes us to the rest of our agenda for today. So we have items, well, I guess I will just look to my fellow commissioners for a motion.
Madam Chair, I would move that we approve items 2, 3, and 4, and all sub items contained thereunder, excluding, however, item 4F, like in Frank.
I will second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve items number 2, 3, 4, and all sub items excluding item number 4F on today's agenda. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, motion passes unanimously. That leads to item number 5, which is a by leave item on today's agenda.
So Madam Chair, I would move that we approve item 5, which is a resolution in the matter of approving the West Terrace Stormwater Project under the American Rescue Plan Act, ARP, Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds as presented today.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing, go ahead.
Madam Chair, I'd just like to thank my fellow commissioners for their support of this very needed project on the West Plains. This neighborhood has suffered from stormwater failures and has also been impacting county resources in the way of our roads. And so this will go a long way to not only repair the damage, but also to get us a system that will function appropriately. And I just want to say thank you to our county staff for taking this challenge on and coming up with a creative solution that we can now implement. So thank you to my fellow commissioners and staff.
So all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Concludes our 2 o'clock consent agenda. I don't know that I will ask if there's any miscellaneous items that anyone has to bring up today before we adjourn for the day. Seeing everyone shake their head no. There are no further. Oh, Jared.
I put together, I will be sending you here shortly a news release for the West Terrace approval of the ARP funds. I've sent it to a wide variety of people at the county for their review as well, just since there's so many departments involved.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Scott, making sure no other miscellaneous items?
Nothing for me, Commissioner.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And it is now 2:24 and we will adjourn and we will reconvene. We'll be off next week as commissioners. We are on our spring break week. And so we'll reconvene Monday, April 11th at 9 o'clock. Thank you all very much.